In this next Maya Basics Essential video, I'm going to show you how to build your own custom marking menu. Now, these steps are going to be a little more involved than at a basic level, but I thought it would be very useful for you as you start to gain speed and understanding of Maya. So what I'd like to do is build a custom marking menu that I can use to create spheres, cubes, and toruses, because I'm using those all the time. Well, first of all, we need to get those objects on our shelf. So I'll go ahead and add a NURBS sphere to the shelf. I'll go ahead and add a NURBS torus to the shelf, and then I'll add a polygon cube to the shelf. Great. Now all I have to do is go to Window, Settings and Preferences, Marking Menus. That's going to open up this big window right here. So I'm just going to move that over to the side so we can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say Create Marking Menu. And that brings up this really neat window right here. What I can do now is just drag and drop these items from my shelf directly into this menu. So I'll drag and drop the sphere right there. I'll drag and drop the torus right there. And I'll drag and drop the cube right above. Now, it's very difficult for you to see, but right here I have a menu name. I'm going to call this Super Creator, and right underneath there you have a little area where you can actually test your marking menu, and then a button for save, which you can't see because it's off screen. So we'll just hit save and close. So what that does is in my marking menu editor now, it creates a super creator. Now, this alone will not make the marking menu work. What you have to do is you have to say use marking menu in, let's say, the hotkey editor. So once you do that, we'll hit Apply Settings and close. Now what I can do is actually access these tools in my hotkey editor. So this is part 2 of this lesson. What you have to do is go to Window, Settings and Preferences, and choose Hotkeys. So that's going to open up this window. It's pretty good sized window here. Let me scale this down so we can see everything. Alright, so that's a pretty good sized window. And what I have way at the bottom is User Marking Menus. And here is Super Creator Press and Super Creator Release. And I'll tell you what those mean here in a second. What I first want to do is find a hotkey that's available to be used. There's a number of ways you can do that. You can type in a letter, so let's say G. We can say list all. Oops, that's what we're going to do here in a second. We can hit search to query. Oops, just a second. And I think I've got part of my window tucked away here. Let's see. There we go. We can type in the letter G, hit query, and G is assigned to repeat last. So don't want to use that one. Let's try H, query. So you can go down the list and see if, here's K. K is assigned to time dragger tool activate. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit find. Oops, I'm sorry. Find locates it in your menus. I'm going to hit list all, and that's going to bring up this window, yet another window. And what I'm going to choose is over here where it says unmapped. These guys don't have anything mapped to them. So let's say this O. So if I put in O here and hit query, it says O is assigned to nothing. Perfect. That's going to be great. So what I'll do is I'll hit assign, and it's going to say that you need to set up the release key also, and Maya will take care of it. So yes. And we're going to hit save and close. Now watch this. When I press down O and I click my mouse, I have my custom marking menu. So there's a sphere, a torus, and a cube. Trust me, once you get started on this, it's almost endless as to what you can create. If you want to edit that at any time, let's say we want to add a cone. Create a cone there. All you have to do is go back into the marking menus, double click to edit your marking menu, and middle click, drag and drop. All you got to do is hit save and close, apply settings and close, and now guess what? There's the cone. So say you want to make some other modifications, it's really endless. If you go into the marking menus again and double click to pull up this menu, let me scale this down so we can see everything. It really is endless. Let's say we wanted to add a menu box. You can right click and choose create a pop-up submenu, which will bring up another menu, which is really nice. Oops. So you can create as many of these submenus as you like. If you don't want it, you can delete the item. Let's say cone, we don't want it anymore, so we'll delete that. Let's go into cube and maybe modify it. So we'll go to edit menu item, and that will actually bring up the code. So let's say instead of width of 1, let's put in 4. So now let's see what happens. So we'll save all this, close, apply settings, close. Now watch what happens. When I choose cube, it made it one with a width of 4 automatically for me. The marking menus are extremely powerful. I hope you are encouraged to experiment with them. They're just full of lots and lots of speed advantages that you don't really get with a lot of the other software applications. Hope you enjoyed it.